My first guest tonight is he's got a new film out. So there's a clue for what he does for a living. If you think movie star, ding, correct. His movie's called The Hurt Locker. It's in theatres June the 26th. Take a look at this. Hey, when I want your woos, I'll ask you for them. There's only one woo around here, and it's this one. Please welcome Guy Pearce, everybody. Guy Pearce.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to the show.
I look different with that mobile phone in that clip, don't I?
You do look very different in the show. They've got you all covered up. And, if you don't mind me saying so, you look a bit different with your glasses on.
I look different. Well, everything looks different when I take them off, actually.
Really? Have you got... But I've got terrible eyesight, too. Oh, yeah. There's a bit... Oh, there you are. Yeah, that's better. I feel I can see you better now. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Still Australian?
I'm still Australian.
Yeah,
yes, I still have my English roots. But they're still there. And
but you moved to Australia
when I was quite young.
How young?
At 3.
3.
When I've had enough of this cold weather, I'm off.
And where are you from then? You grew up in Melbourne?
Just south of Melbourne, in a city called Geelong. So it's the next largest city in Victoria. So it's only an hour away from Melbourne.
Geelong?
Geelong. It's an Aboriginal word, but I'm not actually sure what it meant. Watering hole, probably.
No. I think it sounds a bit rude, actually.
Geelong, don't you think?
Yeah.
Geelong.
Oh, well, Geelong.
How Geelong is that?
Yeah. Oh, look at the Geelong. Yeah. I've been to Australia.
Have you really?
Yeah, I've been to Melbourne.
You'd be quite popular there, I imagine.
Not when I went. No.
Really? Did you cause a ruckus? That's why I thought you would have been quite popular.
Yeah. Well, you see, the thing is, drinking, of course, very popular. Are you a notorious drunk, or?
When I am a drunk, I'm quite notorious.
Yeah.
I try these days to
because Russell Crowe was here. He's a terrible drunk.
Look, I don't want to comment. I don't want to comment on anyone else's drunken abilities.
Oh, he's fantastic. But, you know, and he threw a phone at that guy in the hotel. I'm like, yeah, good on you.
Well, I think his beer was empty, so all he had was the phone.
You're not a phone thrower.
I'm not a phone thrower, and I'm not a beer drinker. I'm the only Aussie that doesn't drink beer.
What do you drink?
I like a bit of vodka, perhaps. A bit of white wine.
Vodka and white wine together?
Together.
Oh,
it's a
nice.
mix.
Yeah. They call that
Don't muck about, I say. It's the Geelong special.
Yeah.
That's right.
They call it the Geelong. Yeah, no, very nice.
There's a couple of Geelongs, man.
Do you ever go up to Melbourne, then? Into the city of Melbourne?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I live in Melbourne, close to Melbourne now. You know.
Do you ever go to Fitzroy?
Yes.
I used to go to the Fitzroy area and St Kilda.
Well, I live right near St Kilda.
Really?
These are very sort of urbane suburbs in Melbourne that are very popular.
Yeah, well, St Kilda used to be very rough.
Yeah, it's one of those suburbs now that they've kind of cleaned it all up, and all the yuppies have come in from out of town, and so all the prostitutes have to be sort of, you know, sent to Geelong now. So it's really boring.
So you're implying that I was only going to
St
St Kilda for the prostitutes? That's what you're saying?
No, you were talking about Fitzroy. I said nothing about prostitutes in Fitzroy.
Well, there were no prostitutes in Fitzroy.
They all went to St Kilda. They keep being sharp.
Yeah, they keep
so to speak.
When will we find a place for ourselves?
Right.
Yeah.
Geelong. They all went to
Geelong welcomes prostitutes. Maybe they should put that on their T-shirts and on the town banner.
Yeah, I think that would work well for tourism.
Yeah, well, I'm
going to try and promote that
type of tourism.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you probably get your Bangkok trade in there.
I think there's quite a sort of deal going on with Bangkok, and I'm not going to go.
Right. Okay. Anyway, up in Fitzroy.
Yes.
I worked at a club.
When were you there? How long ago were you there?
15 years ago, more maybe. There was a club called The Last Laugh.
The Last Laugh. It's still there.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's a notorious and infamous and well-known comedy club for acts like yourself and other big drinkers that come to town.
Yeah, no, I was going to say that. I wonder if I should maybe call them and apologise.
I can do that for you when I go back.
Well, when you go...
I'm going back next week, so I'll make sure I
well, there's a guy called Rick that works there.
Okay.
Yeah, very nice man. Just go in and say, Rick, the guy from Scotland says... he's very sorry.
Really sorry.
Yeah, very sorry.
If I said that to him, he would say, which guy from Scotland?
Yeah, he might, actually.
There's been a lot of guys from Scotland. I think you're safe.
Right, okay. Have you ever been to Adelaide?
Yes, I have actually.
I like Adelaide.
Adelaide's a special place. Adelaide cops a bit of flack from the rest of Australia.
Yeah, no, it's kind of the...
Well, it's very sweet. It's a little... They say about Adelaide that they closed down all the lunatic asylums and just let everybody out and sort of wander the streets.
I liked it.
I apologise to anybody from Adelaide now who may be offended by that joke, but I reckon it's true.
Well, what I remember most about Adelaide is there's a very nice park, and then 2 blocks over from the park was the Crazy Horse Striptease Saloon. Did you ever go to the Crazy Horse Striptease Saloon in Adelaide?
Look, I can't say that I did. Did they let the horses out of the Crazy Horse Striptease Saloon when they let all the other...
In a manner of speaking,
right.
Some things were let out. Yeah, they were... You could call them horses if you wanted.
Sure, that's one way of pronouncing it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and then they all went to Geelong.
And that's right, they all did.
Yeah.
Did you perform in Adelaide?
In the Crazy Horse Striptease Saloon,
right.
yeah.
Right. Were you the front half or the back half?
Of the performing horse?
Of the Crazy Horse?
Yeah. No. Now, when did you come to America then? Do you live here now?
No, I don't live here, but I'm sort of backwards and forwards. I mean, I came here first probably in '94. We did some promotion for Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Oh, yeah, it's very good on that. There was a lot of wearing girls' clothes in that.
There was a lot of Crazy Horse business in that. And visiting...
I've seen it 150 times.
Have you really?
Yeah, actually, I think I probably have. I've seen it a lot. It's one of those movies
Is it my white fluffy G-string that you can't take your eyes off? Is that what keeps drawing you back?
Yeah, sure.
Right. Great. So, yeah, I came here first then in '94, and, you know, I just kind of come back a couple of times a year, and, you know, if I've got some work or promotional stuff, or I've now got a bunch of friends here, so...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, are they all Australians?
No, I don't...
Americans?
Yes, American
You
friends.
mingle?
I do mingle. I'm quite a mingler.
Yeah, I'm very impressed.
Thank you very much.
Do you, when you come here, do you miss the dangerous killer wildlife of Australia? You know, the deadly spiders, the kangaroos that'll beat you up, all that kind of stuff.
You know, that's why I've had to mingle.
Yeah. No,
in Hollywood.
I remember hearing this thing,
to get my sort of swimming with the sharks kind of fix.
When I was in Australia, they had the koala bears.
Which are not actually bears,
you know. Yeah.
But I know, it sounds better if you say koala bear.
Yeah, well, what would you... Koala marsupial?
Koala.
Koala.
Just a koala.
Well, they've got the koalas. You know the koalas they have there? And their diet is eucalyptus leaves.
Yes.
And that's all they eat.
Yes.
And then...
And they're hallucinogenic.
They're hallucinogenic. So what they eat is also...
You didn't try to eat. You didn't hear this.
I tried. Yeah, I tried.
Your own. Get me a bag of them.
Yeah, I'll take
a bag
what the koalas having. Give me one of those.
Couple of beers and a bag of them eucalyptus leaves, thanks.
Yeah.
Clunk.
No, I tried it. It doesn't work on humans, apparently.
Well, you get sick, I think, before you fall out of your tree.
But you can drink past that usually.
But they do. It's true. They fall out of trees.
They fall out of the trees. That's true. You have to be careful.
That's right.
You have to wear a crash helmet in the jungle.
Yeah.
They call it the bush in Australia, don't they?
The bush, that's right.
You have to wear a crash helmet
in the bush.
Which takes us full circle right back to the
St Kilda and Geelong.
No. So tell me about the film then. What's this film about?
We play, we're a bomb disposal unit in Iraq, so it's fairly heavy. There's Jeremy Renner, Anthony Mackie and Brian Garrity and myself, and it really focuses on the day-to-day, the mundane, as well as the horrendously difficult work that they have to do. But just for the guys, what they have to experience on a day-to-day level, really trying to keep their heads together as well as trying to survive. And
you're quite famously rigorous about finding out about these things before you play them, aren't you?
To a certain extent, I am. It kind of depends. It sort of depends on the script, and it really depends on what I'm playing. You know, I only like to take on as much as is useful, which is probably a fairly obvious thing to say, but there comes a point, I think, sometimes where for me it feels like overload, and if I'm having to try and remember too much information that's outside of what I'm concentrating on emotionally in the script, then I'll let it go.
Right. Yeah,
so sometimes I'll do a lot of research, other times I'll really hope that
put on the pants.
I'll just make it up.
Yeah, right. Do you ever miss... I used to watch you on Neighbours, the Australian soap opera that was...
which thankfully no one here knows about.
Yeah, no, in Britain it was huge. The theme tune, everybody used to sing the theme tune. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
That's right. I know, it was a popular time, wasn't it?
Yeah, good time.
Yeah. You're reminiscing now?
Yeah, I'm reminiscing now, right.
Yeah. There was a bit of beer drinking, I think, on Neighbours.
Yeah.
I don't think we visited St Kilda, though.
What, in Neighbours?
Or Adelaide.
No. What about Sydney? You ever go to Sydney?
We did a lot of publicity in Sydney, yeah.
Do you ever go to the Club Kakadu in Sydney?
No, actually. Should I?
Yeah.
Yeah? Should I go there and apologise for you as well? I've got a serious...
You don't need to apologise at the Club Kakadu.
I've got a tour to do in Australia, haven't I? The sort of... The Craig's...
We call it the Craig Ferguson Amends Tour.
Craig's apology list.
Yeah, just go around and apologise to people.
Craig's apology list.
Yeah. It's lovely to meet you. I'm looking forward to seeing this film.
It's very nice to be on the show. Thank you
Guy Pearce, everybody. We'll be right back. My first guest tonight is in a new film called Lockout, which is in theatres on Friday. Take a look at this. Please welcome Guy Pearce, everybody. Guy Pearce. Hello, Guy.
Hey, mate.
You join us this evening. I'm very pleased you're here. A, I haven't seen your new glasses, and they look splendid.
Thank you very much.
And B, we were discussing Canberra earlier this evening with some other Australians.
And I'm honoured that there's some Canberra lesbians on the show.
Well, I don't know.
Because they don't get out much, I have to say.
Yeah, am I wrong about Canberra?
No.
Right.
There's a lot wrong about Canberra, but you're not wrong about Canberra.
Right, hey! I was kind of concerned that perhaps I would lose my loyal army of Australian, well, a couple of Australian people that watch the show, but
You lost them a long time ago, so...
Come on, man.
They've
I've never
channels.
been to Canberra. You been there?
I have, actually, yes. I went... we filmed there once. There's the Institute of Sport is in Canberra, which these lovely ladies will be aware of. Clearly, they're very fit. So we filmed at the Institute of Sport.
Is that some kind of code? Is that some kind of Australian code?
You ladies know what I'm talking about.
Whoa. Hey, we're in America. Wait, is that something to do with breasts?
I can't actually say, but $2,500, I think.
Gotcha. Nice.
And money up front, you know what I'm talking about, so to speak.
Yeah, I have to say, I think that's a terribly low price. I think that's...
Yes. Yeah, I would have thought a lot more.
Yeah.
Based on your experience.
My experience is everything you've got in your Tootsie Fruits pockets. Now, tell me about the film then. You fall through a shaft and a girl
that girl's there. That's and that's the end of the movie. It's fantastic.
Very good movie.
I hand the money over and then we're done.
No, come on.
Look, it's a rescue mission. It's a rescue story. It's set in the future. Maggie Grace plays the president's daughter. She goes out to this sort of intergalactic prison in outer space.
Space. In
outer space to see that the prisoners are being, well taken care of. Something goes wrong, and I'm sent out to rescue her
from being held hostage by intergalactic alien prisoners.
And the prisoners are from Earth, but right. they're in a sort of a state called stasis, so they're asleep. So they're all woken up and they're all terribly grumpy.
Oh yeah,
and
that can happen with prisoners.
They're fighting over who's going to pay the two
I love the idea that they're
500 of them, which adds up to about $1 million. So she does all right out of it.
No. This is not the movie at all. You've added that bit. I like the idea of these guys being...
the sequel.
I like the guys being terribly grumpy when they wake up.
Yes.
Like, I'm terribly grumpy. What time is it? I thought I was here for another 20 years.
And actually, a couple of our leading stars in the show, Vincent Regan and Joe Gilgan, who play our prime baddies, are actually playing them as Scots. Oh. I don't know where they got that idea from, but they do a pretty good job.
Wait. Are they Scottish actors?
No.
Uh-oh. You know when I do the Australian accent, you're like,
the accent.
Yeah. Because when I hear people like,
does this mean that you're not going to go and watch the film?
No, on the contrary, I'll be seeking it out. Yeah. I'll be there with my notepad and my pitchfork.
I knew that would get him in. I knew that would get him at the cinema.
Do you go and see your movies when they come out? Like, do you go to the cinema?
Yes, I line up, I pay the ticket. No, of course not.
Why not?
Because they're crap. I wouldn't go and see them.
Come on, they're not. They're awesome.
We see them, you see a rough cut of the film when you do your post-sync, when you do your ADR, so we see it once there, and then you see it again at like a premiere or a preview screening or something, so that's twice, and then you'll probably see it a third time somewhere along the way. So by the time the film comes out, you're done. You really...
Yeah. Well, but don't you see it later on, like maybe in a couple of years later, at cable, you're up late, you can't sleep, and I remember that.
There has been the occasional time my wife and I have been sitting there and Priscilla's come on, or LA Confidential's come on, and we've gone, oh yes.
I was going to say, because Priscilla's on a lot late at night on cable.
It is,
isn't it? Yeah. We call it the Santorum channel. Yeah.
Of course. I know he's a big fan of the show, actually.
Well, that movie, though, it became such an iconic thing, that, particularly amongst the gay community, right? Do you get interesting offers for personal appearances?
It's a gay movie?
No, I never said it was a gay movie. I said it was popular with the gay community. It's kind of a gay movie
Like
as well.
Like Kylie Minogue? Or...
Yeah, well, Kylie Minogue? Yeah, she's Australian.
She's popular with the gay community.
Wait, I think she's from Canberra.
I think she is from Canberra.
I think she is from Canberra.
She's not, actually, and she'd hate you for saying that.
Oh, would you? There was somebody's from Canberra.
No,
what do you call people from Canberra? Canberroons?
No one's from... I don't know. What do you call people from Canberra?
Canberronians?
Cambarians.
Cambarians?
Really? Cambarians? Well, people usually from Canberra deny they're from Canberra. There hasn't been enough time to sort of establish a real name.
Perhaps we should have a competition.
What do you call someone from Canberra?
Lingonberry.
A deserter.
It was a first attempt.
We can go back over that.
Yeah. We can cut that out and add a bit where I fall through the roof and land on a girl.
Canberra's one of those places. It's like Washington, I guess. It's a totally sort of man-made city and constructed for the government. And
a lot of cities are man-made, though.
It's true. It's true. It sounds like a daft thing to say, doesn't it?
Sometimes
the thing about Canberra, though, it's like a series of circles. So you end up going round and round and round, and you never actually get out of there. I mean, it's the strangest design. It's the opposite to New York.
Yeah, which is squares.
It is squares.
Yeah. That's where you want to go. And whenever you're building another city in Australia, go for the straight line pattern.
I don't know whose idea that was. Anyway.
Never mind. We got to take a commercial break.
Enough about Canberra. It's time for a commercial break.
But you are a bit of a muser, though.
A little bit of a muser.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. I'm with Guy Pearce, who's not from Canberra, or at least he says he's not from.
But I'm thinking of moving there.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't right now. I'd let this episode die down. Yeah. Now, listen.
Well, real estate should be cheap there after this episode.
Oh, I don't know. It's never cheap in Canberra.
No.
Costs you about $2,500
for some free pornography and fireworks.
Yeah. Well, if the pornography's right, the fireworks will come of their own accord, really.
Like an added bonus.
Yeah. Big cash prize, mouth organ, or awkward pause?
I think big cash prize.
Oh. What time is it, Shadow Steve?
It's time for the big cash prize.
Big cash prize. Here's how it's done. $50 in quarters, $50 US in quarters. 2 ways to win. You can either answer a question or you can guess what's in my box. Here's how that works. I imagine a box in my head. I don't know what's in it. Only Jeff knows what's in it. You try and guess what's in the box. If you're correct, Jeff will tell you. If you are incorrect, something awful will happen to you. Worse than actually being on the show.
I think I'm going to guess what's in his head.
Oh, you mean in the box? All right, then, yeah.
Well, in his box.
Yes, exactly. All right, well, we got to set up for this. This is a bit of an experiment. All right, Jeff, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, I'm imagining a box in my head. Okay, it's there. What's in my box, Guy?
$2,500.
Sounds like a promising answer. Jeff, what is in my box?
We would have also accepted mustard drizzle. But the correct answer is $2,500.
My first guest tonight, hugely talented actor, great big movie star. His latest film, The Rover, is available now for pre-order on the iTunes. Guy Pearce, everybody, Guy Pearce. Were they your two testicles that you just put on the table? Is that what...
No. Look, these are way too
Way
too big.
Too big and hard.
Yeah, no, mine are much smaller and delicate. And one of them's in New York.
So I hear.
I am very happy that you're here because the last time you were here, we have to take care of this. The last time you were here, I was joking about the city of Canberra in Australia. You know, just a joke. And didn't mean to be rude. And
it seemed
you
that
joined in a bit.
Yes,
yeah, and you had to apologise to
I did
Canberra.
have to apologise, yes.
And I did too. I apologised every night for months.
Did you? Did they accept your apology?
I don't think so.
Right.
No. I think they were angry.
I'm nervous to go back because I'm not sure that they've accepted my apology. I did apologise as well publicly.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're Australian.
And the funny thing is, I love Canberra, and I don't know why.
Oh, knock it off.
Well, I actually do. I do. It's a beautiful place, but I just got on a roll and got carried away.
You know, the thing is, sometimes it happens in comedy that you make fun of things that you actually love.
Yes.
Canberrans.
I'm saying nothing.
No, and you're quite right. I wouldn't want to get you into all that hot water again.
All over again.
Let's talk about Melbourne.
Let's talk about Melbourne. Wow. Let me tell you some stories.
I love Melbourne too. I've been to Melbourne. I've never been to Canberra, so I felt bad about it, actually.
It's beautiful. It's a lovely lake.
Oh, well, there you are then.
So,
yeah.
Early Griffin.
Sounds like a magical land.
It is a magical land.
What about Melbourne, though, I've been to? That's lovely.
It's great.
You're from there, right? Sort of.
Well, I'm from England originally and grew up in Australia and ended up in Melbourne after having been brought up in Geelong, which is just south.
Geelong? I've been to Geelong.
What were you doing in Geelong?
A
little on the side, a little extracurricular activity?
It was the only activity at the time.
I see.
But I was just there doing it. And Geelong have a good Australian rules football team as well, don't they?
The best, yes.
Yes.
The Cats.
Oh, yeah. Wait. You're just doing that because you like cats.
No one has any idea of what I'm talking about. But no, they're a great football team.
Right, they must be because I've heard of them. That's a rough game, the Australian rules football.
It is a rough game. It's kind of, I think it's the best game. You know, not that I want to be disparaging against any other sport.
No, I mean,
trouble.
Did you watch the World Cup when it was on some time ago?
No, I didn't.
Turned out amazing.
How did it turn out?
Well, you know, it was.
I forget. It was a controversial game.
No, because I had to apologise to so many people.
Right.
After that, so I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Is that a tattoo on your wrist?
I've got a bunch of tattoos. Yeah. Do you have any tattoos?
No, I don't. My wife is lathered in them, but I don't have any.
Really? That's a bit saucy.
She's a saucy lady.
Really? What does your wife do?
She's a social worker.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an interesting job. That's quite a difficult job, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
In Melbourne?
In Melbourne, absolutely.
Does she work down in St Kilda?
She works all over the place.
St Kilda used to be rough, but it's been gentrified now, hasn't it?
It has been yuppified a little bit. I live just around the corner from there, and it's been yuppified, but there's still some, dark, dirty secrets
I remember
corners of street.
I remember going swimming one night about 1 o'clock in the morning, so it tells you what kind of... I was like in Australia, yeah.
In the bay?
In the bay, yeah. And coming out and people were like, you got to be careful. I was like, what, sharks? No, needles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't get killed by some wild animal in Australia, you'll step on a needle.
Have you ever been into the outback of Australia?
Yeah, well, obviously with the rover, we filmed...
Oh, right, yeah. You're right out there in the...
In the desert. We did The Proposition up in Winton in Queensland, so that was sort of really in the middle of nowhere. And
do you see crocodiles? Did you see that?
Not in Winton, no. No, there's not much living. There's a few opal miners, but not many crocodiles.
Opal miners?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
There's a lot of
I'd like to
rare stones in Australia. Stones with an S.
Yes. Yeah. As opposed to...
Stoned.
Oh, stoned. No. I remember. I was a different person when I was in Australia last time. Yeah, I was participating in a different form of recreational lifestyle.
Well, it sounds like it if you went to Geelong and you...
Yeah, I was in Geelong, saw a bit of the Aussie rules and also some football.
Made up some of your own rules.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. And then Sydney I was in as well. You must have spent some time there.
Sydney's a lot of fun. When we did Priscilla, we started in Sydney and then we worked our way through the
That's
desert.
a fabulous film.
Thank you.
Now, the thing about Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, that's one of those films like Rocky Horror, isn't it? It's like people kind of become addicted.
Yeah. People dress up. They go to there's like midnight screenings in cities around the world.
You ever been to one?
I haven't, but I've seen people coming out of one.
There's a lot of coming out around that movie.
Yeah. A lot of dressing up and coming out. And the stage show, obviously, is doing really well all around the world. And it's on in Manila, Priscilla in Manila now.
Oh, that's lovely.
Which I'd be very curious to see.
Well, go and see it. I think there's a lot of curious, and indeed bi-curious, in the...
I think so.
Going to see Priscilla in Manila.
And Tri-Curious as well.
Tri-Curious.
All the curii.
Very good. Very...
Well, it would be... What is the plural of curious?
Curiouser.
Curious.
No, that's more curious. Can you have a plural of a...
A group of curious... What is a group of curious people called?
A fabulous of curious?
A cup of curious.
A cup of curious, sure. A fabulous of curious, a grindle?
You know what? You know the one for actors, don't you?
For actors?
Yes.
No.
A whinge. A whinge of actors.
A whinge of actors?
Yeah.
You know what my favourite one is? Ravens. You know what it is for ravens?
Well, I know what it is for crows.
Right. Crows is...
A murder of crows.
Murder of crows. Do you know what it is for ravens? An unkindness of ravens.
Wow, that's a little...
That's creepy, isn't it?
Yes, an unkindness.
An unkindness of ravens.
Do you think the Crows gave that to the Ravens because the Ravens gave...
Are these Aussie rules football teams we're talking about now?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you have a cat?
No, I have 3 dogs.
Oh, hold on. Jeff's battery's about to go. Yeah, there it goes. When you... when you hear that beep, you have about a half a second and then his battery goes. Very funny. He'll be fine.
We'll half a second to do what?
I don't know.
Change the battery.
To know. It's like, oh no, it's too late. Yeah. I think it's a design flaw. They should. I love talking about him when his battery's out because he can't do anything about it.
Is that a sort of a rude hand sign he's making?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. It might be a rude hand sign in Australia because you're in the southern hemisphere. Now here, all the rude hand signs go up the way.
That's right.
But in the southern hemisphere, yeah.
Below.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back with Guy Pearce and Jeff.
I said, what's going on, brother?
That film was badass.
Yeah.
So
it obviously didn't end well though. That scene for me.
No, it didn't end. No, it didn't end well.
Still
But that's not the end of the movie, is it?
No.
No, because here's a tip on talk shows: never bring the clip as being the end of the movie.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. And then the titles roll, and you're like, oh, he hit him in the head. No, that looks like quite badass, that movie.
Oh, look, it's a really interesting film. David Michôd, who made Animal Kingdom, went on to make this, and Rob Pattinson's in the film as well, as everybody knows, who does a remarkable job. And it's a very...
He's not sparkly in this film, is he?
He's the furthest thing from sparkly.
Good. It's time for him to move on from sparkles.
He's pretty grotty and grimy. But,
good for him.
But great. But it's a heavy movie. Yeah.
What's it about?
It's a heavy...
Oh, you don't even want to tell me it's that heavy?
It's kind of hard to say.
Oh, and then don't tell me. Is it about... Yeah.
It's really about a man who's really come to the end of the road in his life, and he has one thing left to do before he potentially ends his own life.
Oh.
And his car gets stolen, so that one thing he has left to do, which is in the car, he is then,
He has to go after and get there.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's like Dude, Where's My Car?
But...
with a heavy sort of...
But if Satan had made Dude, Where's My Car, it would be like that.
Yes, it should just be called Satan, Where's My Car?
Satan, Where's My Car? It's not here. I haven't seen it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Get away from me.
Dude, sweet.
Yeah, pretty much. It's it's a lot of fun. It's like Priscilla. With a lot of songs and dancing.
No, it's... well, you like a bit of that, though, don't you?
Yeah. And David, who made the film, really has a very particular style, so it's great to work with him and,
Well, good. I should look forward to seeing it. It's lovely to see you again. And again, before we finish, my good wishes and fondest regards to the people of Canberra.
And mine too.
Guy Pearce, everybody. We'll be right back. How's it going? Are you getting the jobs? Are you?
I am. Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
Peaks and valleys.
We like the beautiful Australian actresses in LA.
do?
Yeah, they do well here. Yeah, Guy Pearce, he's done very well over here.
Oh my God, that's cruel.
It's not cruel. He's
Can't
beautiful.
you?
Have you seen his job?
I did a film with him.
Did
yes.
you really?
I did
He's
bedtime
been
shows
here.
with
It's
him.
very nice.
He's so lovely.
He's very
Isn't
nice.
he?
But the thing is, when he wears his glasses, I get a little intimidated.
Because he's a little smart.
Yeah, because
Watch
I'm
out.
suddenly like, oh, it's glasses guy Pearce. It's like beard Robin Williams. Do you know what I mean?